just dropped Georgia off at the train station. She's going back to university today. I'm now back home, editing a vlog with a cup of tea. So I've relocated in front of the TV, just watching the Road World Champs. I think and I hope Peter Sagan takes it. But look at this, they're 2.5k out, and there's just no one by the road. Absolutely no one. Personally, I think it was a stupid idea having them in Doha, in Qatar. In a country of just straight, flat roads and a nation who don't really care about cycling. Why have the World Champs there? But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Should the World Championships have been in Qatar, or should they have been somewhere else?
He did have to slow down a little, getting stuck by Michael Matthews, but he moves up and there. Now, Peter Sagan chose the right direction.
Never in doubt. Come on! So guys, I just wanted to explain my uploading schedule for if you want to be the first people to watch the vlog every day. So if you've already subscribed and you've got the YouTube app, go to my channel, then click this little bell right there. That way when I upload a video, you'll get a notification to your phone to say that I've uploaded a video. You can do this for as many channels as you want, so for all your favourite YouTubers, you can turn notifications on. That way, when I upload a video, you know they uploaded a video. And for those of you that haven't got a YouTube account, my upload time is 5 PM on a weekday, and sometimes a little earlier on the weekend, depending on how nice I'm feeling. And of course, how early I've edited the video. Rest day today, but just gonna head out for a short spin. So I wasn't gonna ride today, it's a rest day and I don't need to. And it was pouring down before, like properly grim weather. So I pretty much just ripped today off. And then I watched the World Champs and the sun actually came out. So I'm just gonna head out for a quick spin. See those cinematic shots there, right? It's windy. But those cinematic shots where I set the camera down, ride back, ride past, come back, get the camera again. People do not realise how long each one of those shots takes. So in yesterday's vlog, I said that I don't like going to the cafe mid-ride. No cafe stop today. I actually don't really like stopping at the cafe. The one day I do like going to a cafe is on a rest day. I love cruising out, having a coffee, riding home, which was the plan for today. But I've literally just realised it's 4 PM on a Sunday afternoon. And all the cafes are shut now. Alright guys, breaking news, I found a hill in Bedfordshire. I have officially found a hill in Bedfordshire, but there's no road up it. That's no good, is it? And that is the conclusion of my 20-minute bike ride. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, I'm not really that into review videos. I don't really like watching review videos, and I don't really like doing them. I mean, I have done a couple and they've got a decent amount of views, but for me personally, I would rather produce something that I enjoy to produce and it get less views than to make a review video which I don't really enjoy doing and it get more views. But I've had a few people asking about this current bike that I'm riding, so I'm not going to do a review, I'm just going to talk about it. So this bike here is a Deda Chia, let's just say Deda for short. This is a Deda Strava, it's a 58cm bike. This was actually my race bike from last year. This year I had a Trek Amonda that was supplied by my team, as you all know. But before I had my Trek, this was my race bike. I've got a Dura Race group set. This is about 3 years old now, this group set. I believe this is the first generation of Dura Race 9000, but it's a Shimano product, so it still works bang on. Then here I've got my SRM power meter, which is also Shimano Dura Race 9000. I absolutely love this power meter. Not once have I gone out and the power meter hasn't turned on. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for the 5 stages power meters that I went through. The wheels I've got on this bike are Mavic Cosmic Elite. I've had these for about 2 years now, and for a cheap-ish training wheel, I highly recommend these wheels. They take 25mm tyres nicely, and in the 2 years that I've owned them, I've not tightened the spokes once or had one single problem with the free hub. They're a great, fairly cheap winter training wheel, and I ride quite a lot, so these have done a fair few amount of miles. Up top I've got my new saddle, which is the Sella Italia SLR I never mentioned the other day, but it is the 131mm width saddle, so it's a nice and thin saddle. Currently I've only done about 100 miles on it. It feels really good. I've had absolutely no problem. Alright, and finally let's move on to the frame itself and the bike as a whole. Now the idea behind this bike is that it's a cross between an aero bike and a climbing bike. Therefore, it's still got the aero tubing and the aero seat post, but it's still really light. I'm not sure off the top of my head how much this frame weighs, but you can take my word for it that it does not weigh much at all for an aero frame. Now, the downside I found to this frame is it is very, very stiff, which if you live in Australia or Switzerland or Spain, where you've got nice smooth roads all the time, it's not going to be a problem for you. But if you live in Northern England like me, it probably is going to be a problem. Personally, I like having the feel of a stiff bike, and I kind of like feeling the vibrations of the road, but this isn't the taste to most people. But on the flip side, in a race, because it is so stiff, when you stand up and start sprinting, all the power is directed straight through the frame. So overall, I will give this bike about a 7 out of 10 rating. That's about as much of a review as you're going to get out of me today, but I hope that answered your questions if you had any. These are George's pet ducks. Grass? Do you want some grass? Anyone? Grass? Apologies to all the vegans watching. Spaghetti bolognese for tea today. If you watch all of the vlogs, you'll know that I consume quite a lot of this. You guys are so funny. If you didn't watch yesterday's vlog, you won't know what I'm laughing about. So go and watch yesterday's vlog. But that is it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a big thumbs up. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.